Hi, my name is Barbara Feldman. I'm a co-owner of Woodhouse Academy with my husband David, and I also act as the director of the school.
My name is Kate Healy, and I'm the school psychologist at Woodhouse Academy in Milford, Connecticut.
My name is Casey Nera. I've been at Woodhouse Academy for about a month.
So the previous owner, a gentleman named Bob Leffer, was the owner of the school. He started it. After he had been here for a number of years, he realized he needed an assistant director, and I was hired. I worked with him for 8 years, learning all of his philosophies, his methods, everything that I think makes Woodhouse as wonderful as it is.
And I really like Woodhouse because it's a little bit different than the experience that you might get in other schools. There's a lot of student contact. You get to see the kids accomplish goals, and it's really wonderful.
They take time to work with you. They're very patient. Since it's not big of a class, it's not really much you have to worry about. Everyone there has the same problem, shy. Everyone there is the same. You don't have to worry about getting bullied because technically everyone there is the same. Everyone is always nice. They never get judged. You feel like home. It looks like a home. And sometimes it makes me feel that way.
We want to be a full-service school. We want people to know that we care about them, we care about their children, and that we're all working very hard to make them successful or help them get to be successful. So there's never a time when I'm not available for parents to reach me and talk. I feel like that's what helps to make a really good program.
We meet with students in small groups, and we also meet with them one-on-one as needed. So whenever they have an issue in a class, they can come out of class and go to our blue table, and that's where we'll kind of assess the situation and see what the student needs and help them from there.
We have something called the blue table, which we use blue because it's our school colors. And when a student feels anxious or any concern that impacts their being in the classroom, they're allowed to leave and go to the blue table. When they do that, either the school social worker or school psychologist will come over and kind of see what's going on, you know, if they need some help, if they're feeling really bad, if they need an Advil because they have a headache, if they're hungry, so we can provide some food. Those are some of the things that we do to help reduce the anxiety.
We'll have a student come into our office and we'll spend some time talking, figuring out the root of the problem and strategies to help them cope.
They sit down with you, they help you, they talk to you, they ask you, they try to help you, they ask you what the problem is, how we can solve it. If you're shy, they help you talk to the students, they sit next to you, and they're always by your side.
But we try to help them understand that, you know, this is a skill that you're going to need for life, and it's, you know, we work from there. So I think the best way is there's resistance sometimes, but we use different strategies to help overcome that.
So the physical changes we've made in the school, we added a middle school, we've added a gym, we've added approximately 4,000 square feet to the building. And that gives us a lot more space and a lot more room.
The total students, I would say, per class, 3 to 7, no higher than that. I like it that there's no distraction, no kids distract the class, it's always small. The teacher, it's much easier for the teacher to help you since there's not that many kids.
We have lots of kids who have gone on after being here and they've been successful in college or in some other kind of after high school job. We have kids who've attended Columbia University, kids who've attended UNH, kids who've attended community college successfully, kids who've gone to any number of schools in and around the area. So we feel that when a student is successful here, they can successfully transition either to their public high school if they're not ready to graduate or on to some form of higher education. We have lots of kids who've been super successful that way.
More often than not, with the intense work that we do here between just, our therapeutic milieu, we have a lot of successful cases. It's wonderful to see. It's one of the things I love about Woodhouse.
So we know we're doing something right.
The ways that the teachers have helped me is very different than they do at public schools or in most schools. They take time to work with you, unlike in public school, where they just tell you to do something and you do it. They actually show you what you need to do, and they're very careful about it. And it's much easier, and they go over it time and time, and they say that it doesn't matter how long it takes as long as you get it right. I think it's much easier, especially with the ways they show me, what they say, make you feel less comfortable. You don't have nothing to worry about.
I'd like them to be successful, and success looks different on different people. When I look at some of our previous students and what they've gone on to do, if they can do it, whatever it is they've chosen to do, if they can do it and they're successful at it, for me, that's a win. I don't have a one-size-fits-all kind of mindset where everybody has to graduate and go to college. College isn't great for everybody. So whatever it is that they have chosen to do, if they can do it and they're successful at it, for us, that's a win.
Yeah, we do focus a lot on building a school community where everybody feels included and cared for, and we do a course called Community Seminar, which is based a lot on building that community, so in a positive school climate.
So we're a therapeutic day school. So what that means in a global way is that the atmosphere in the school is designed to help kids who have anxiety lower that anxiety.
Sometimes have anxiety. Sometimes when especially during public school when there's so many people around.
We don't call on students unless they raise their hand, because we know that if you call on someone when they don't want to speak or they're worried about speaking, that makes them anxious.
We try to make it as typical as an experience as we can for students in a small environment with structure. It's a really great opportunity for students to have. So
I hope to accomplish is to not be shy anymore, to be more socialized, to not have a learning disability, to finally learn things that I didn't know before, and to not be so anxious.
We want to be a full-service school. We want people to know that we care about them, we care about their children, and that we're all working very hard to make them successful or help them get to be successful. So there's never a time when I'm not available for parents to reach me and talk. I feel like that's what helps to make a really good program.
And I think everybody finds their own kind of success. Maybe it isn't going to college for some people. Maybe it's finding a job or, living independently. So I think success doesn't have one definition.
I think that if you're a kid who has problems and you think that there's no hope, there's always hope at Woodhouse. And there's a lot of kids who are like you. It's a great place. And if you're worried about big classes, Woodhouse is perfect.
The nice thing about Woodhouse is we try to make it as typical as an experience as we can for students in a small environment with structure. But it really is, it's an amazing school, and it's a really great opportunity for students to have.
I think what I'd like to say to the people who are dealing with students like that there are safe and good environments for them, and keep looking. I know it isn't always easy to find a school that's right for your child, and it's not always easy to get districts to outplace their kids, but even though we're small, I think we're really meaningful, and I think that we've really helped many, many, many kids who've come through our doors, and know that we're here for them, and come find us. We'll try to help.
There's no homework and you feel like you're home, but with friends and people you work with.